Hello everyone, I'm Geek Freak and welcome to the video. And welcome to my video series, Fixing the Dragon Ball franchise. I've also made other videos on how to fix the Dragon Ball franchise, so if you guys want to go and check them out, please do. They will be in a playlist, so if you guys want to go and find it, it'll be right there. And with that said, let's resume with the video. Now today's video is going to be a few randoms from the series. There's no theme here. Some of these are going to be questions that we never got answers to, and some things that didn't make sense in the series, and so on and so on. So I'm going to get straight to the video. Let's resume. Another thing that really bothered me was when Goku went to King Yama's and asked him if he could go and talk to Frieza, and one thing led to another. King Yama said yes, and King Yama also said, if Frieza gets out of control, take care of him outside of Earth. That way I won't have to deal with him here. And even though we know that Frieza is in Hell, it's said that Frieza was in Earth Cell, which doesn't make any sense. I mean, just look at this map right here. There's Snake Way, the check-in station, the Mortal Universe, Hell, and all that jazz. Hell is right between where the check-in station is and the Mortal Universe. And also, what did King Yama mean when he said, take care of him outside of Earth, so that way I won't have to deal with him? And those are the two main things that really confuses me and bothers me. I thought everybody in the Mortal Universe would go to the check-in station when they die. Everybody throughout the entire universe would go to King Yama's check-in station, and there is where King Yama judges all the souls that have died. And if that soul in life was evil, he would send them straight to Hell. That's underneath the yellow clouds. So that's two things that really bothers me. When King Yama says, if he gets out of control, take care of him outside of Earth. That way I won't have to deal with him. That's problem number one. Here's the thing, why wouldn't it be King Yama's problem? I thought he was the one who judges souls throughout Universe 7. It should be King Yama's problem. He's the one judging the souls of the universe. So does this mean that there's another retcon? That King Yama only judges the souls of Earth instead of the old universe now? And let's just say, for example, Goku did kill Frieza outside of Earth or on another planet. Would that mean that Frieza will go to that planet's afterlife and Frieza would be judged by somebody else? If you ask me, I think this was some sort of mistranslation or something. Because what King Yama said here doesn't make a lick of sense. Because it is King Yama's problem and it is his job. Because again, all the souls in Universe 7 goes to him to be judged. I'm pretty sure somebody messed up when they was making this scene. So I'm going to fix it by saying King Yama does judge the souls of Universe 7. So yeah, we can just call this a muck-up made by the storytellers of Toei Animations. So yeah, the next problem is Frieza in Earth's L. And this is another thing that really bothers me. Why does Earth have its own separate L? Because again, looking at this map of the universe, Hell is underneath the yellow clouds. I mean, I can understand that different planets are going to have their own different interpretations of Heaven and Hell. But again, looking at the map, we can see Heaven on this big massive planet, which I can assume that every single soul goes to, if they're good souls. And I'm talking about the whole of Universe 7 souls. I mean, just look at Kula, General Ruldo, Dr. Mew, Zarbon, Dodoria, most of the Ginyu Force, besides Captain Ginyu, were all bad guys, and they was killed in outer space, but they come back in GT. And yes, I know GT is its own continuity, but what I'm trying to get at is, if Heaven is where all the souls of Universe 7 goes to, the good ones, then shouldn't all the souls of Universe 7 who has committed sins all go to the same area? For me, I didn't like this. I don't like the fact that Earth gets its own L. I just think all the bad souls just goes to one place, just like how the good souls all go to the same place. I mean, this is just a little bit of a nitpick, but that's just me. And with that said, let's resume to the next one. Now this one popped into my head the other day, and it's about Snake Way. Why is it that Snake Way leads to King Kai's planet, and the other Compass Kais don't get their own Snake Way? Again, look at the map. Snake Way leads straight to King Kai, who is also known as North Kai, but what about the other Kais? Why don't they have a snake that leads to their planet? What makes King Kai so special if it's been stated that there's also West, East and South Kais? I mean, is King Kai the most powerful out of the Compass Kais? And that's why everybody goes to him for training? I've said this in my other videos, and I'll say it again. This is a question that the creator of Dragon Ball needs to explain. Why does King Kai have a snake way to his planet, and the other Compass Kais don't? That's a question I would like answering. And my other question is, what exactly is Snake Way anyways? I know it's a road to King Kai's planet, and obviously I know it's a snake, but what exactly is it anyways? Was it originally a snake? Did the snake turn to stone? Did somebody create Snake Way? What exactly is it? And why does it lead to King Kai's planet? That too is another question I'd like answering. And so, on to the next one. Now the next one I'd like to talk about is Super Shunran. And that's just it. I don't like how this dragon is just called Super Shunran. I mean, why is he called Super Shunran? That is the most uncreative name I have ever heard. We already have Shunran, the original dragon, which was created by Kami, and then was recreated by Dende, but kept the same model. There's Black Smoke Shunran, which is basically the same dragon, except he's turned evil because they overuse the Dragon Balls. So yeah, Black Smoke Shunran is basically Shunran, except evil. The next dragon is Ultimate Shunran. Before Kami and Piccolo came into existence, there was the Nameless Namek. The Nameless Namek wanted to become the Guardian of Earth, but before he could become the Guardian of Earth, he had to get rid of all the evil that was inside of him. And when he did expel the evil within inside of him, his evil side manifested into King Piccolo. And so you have Kami and Piccolo. And later on down the line, Piccolo fused with Kami, and they became the Nameless Namek again. And this in turn reactivated the Black Star Dragon Balls. Now, I can understand why Ultimate Shunran and regular Shunran are very similar, because basically both dragons were created by the same person. That's why they look very similar. And obviously, Ultimate Shunran was created first by the Nameless Namek, and the Shunran that we know from Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball GT, you know, the green one. This Shunran was created by Kami, so I can understand why they're both named Shunran, and why they look so similar, and why Ultimate Shunran is more powerful than regular Shunran. And when it comes to Dark Shunran, which is from Super Dragon Ball Heroes, and even though his name is Dark Shunran, which is again not a creative name, this dragon was created by Timebreaker Dende, who is being controlled by Toa. You could say that Dark Shunran is Dende's version of Ultimate Shunran, except he has arms and a big massive mane. Despite Dark Shunran having a very uncreative name, he does look very, very different from regular Shunran and Ultimate Shunran. That I can forgive. But considering that Timebreaker Dende was being controlled by Toa, you could say that he didn't care what he named this dragon. So he's just called Dark Shunran, which I can forgive because they just created this dragon in order to gain wishes, and they didn't care about the actual dragon himself. So just calling him Dark Shunran is something that I can forgive a little bit. Now, when it comes to the Namekian dragon, Porunga, and you know what, I'm just going to say it, I love the design of Porunga and his name. He's not called Namekian Shunran, or Alien Shunran, or Shunran.2. No, this dragon is absolutely amazing. And I'm going to tick off a few things what I like about Porunga. Number 1, you have to say your wish in Namekian, and if you don't, he won't grant you his wish. Number 2, when you gather the Dragon Balls, you have to say Porunga's name in order for the dragon to come out, which is obvious. With the other two, Ultimate Shunran and the other Shunran, all you have to do is just say, Shunran, I summon you. Hell, on Namek, Crillon thought he had to say Shunran in order to summon the dragon, but it didn't work. You could say that Ultimate Shunran and Porunga are the ultimate versions of each other. Regular Shunran is weaker than Ultimate Shunran. I mean, can you guys imagine if there was a weaker version of Porunga, just like regular Shunran? I mean, you could say Porunga is Ultimate Porunga, in a sense. So yeah, I do understand why regular Shunran and Ultimate Shunran, Dark Shunran and Evil Shunran are similar to each other because they are basically created by the same person. Evil Shunran has negative energy, but still is basically Shunran. Regular Shunran and Ultimate Shunran, basically created by the same person, and Dark Shunran is based off of regular Shunran and Porunga. So it is understandable why they all have the same names. It is completely understandable. However, when it comes to Super Shunran, I thought it was ridiculous how they would just name this dragon Super Shunran, because this is a dragon that can grant you absolutely anything. He's also the first dragon, and just like Porunga, you have to have the language of the gods in order to grant your wish, otherwise he won't grant it to you. And also, this dragon is bigger than galaxies upon galaxies upon galaxies. He's so big that he eats planets. He's not a bad looking dragon either. I wouldn't say it's unique. He does have that Shunran feel with the long body, but he is a decent looking dragon. But the two main things that really bothered me was, again, his name and his chant. When someone summons Super Shunran, they say blah 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 blah, pretty please. And considering that this is the most powerful dragon so far in the series, you would have thought they would have handled this dragon with a bit more dignity. I mean, come on, they say pretty please. Dude, not even Ultimate Shunran had a chant like that. So yeah, number 1, take out the pretty please when summoning Super Shunran. And as for Super Shunran's name, I think his name should be something like Ryujin, which I think translates to Dragon God, I think. That, in my opinion, is a much better name. But you know, that's just my opinion. I mean, can you guys imagine if the manga or the anime called this dragon Super Porunga? That would be funny. But in all seriousness, I think Ryujin is a better name. I mean, come on, it translates to Dragon God. And with that said, let's resume with the next one. The next thing I want to talk about is Frieza's soul body. Okay, when Frieza died the first time, which was on Earth, when we saw Frieza in Hell in the Buu Saga, he was all flesh and no mechanical parts. And then when we come to Dragon Ball Super, we see Frieza in Hell with his mechanical parts. And yes, I know the Frieza that we saw was just fella in Dragon Ball Z in the Buu Saga. Point is, why does Frieza have his mechanical parts in the afterlife? In fact, why does Frieza even have a body? I thought only heroes or people who have done great deeds are allowed to keep their bodies. So why does Frieza get to keep his body? So that's two things. Why does Frieza have his mechanical parts when we first see him in Dragon Ball Super? And two, why does he get to keep his body if he was pure evil? I mean, that's like saying, I lost my left arm in an accident and now I get a robotic one. And when I die and my soul goes to the afterlife, I'll have my mechanical arm instead of my actual arm. That does not make any sense. You would have thought when Frieza was killed by Trunks, when Frieza came to Earth the first time, you would have thought he would have gotten all of his flesh back. But no, all we see is Frieza with his metal parts. Hell, even when Goku was killed by Piccolo, Goku's body was teleported to the afterlife and he had his shirt back on, he had his white clothes back on. I mean, come on, it doesn't make any sense. When Frieza died the first time, he should have got all of his flesh parts back. And also, I've got another question. Why is it that Frieza gets to keep his body when he went to Hell? That is a question I would like answered. And so with that said, let's move on to the next one. The next one I want to talk about is Goku's recruitment of Crillon and Android 17. Well, it's technically not the recruitment part, it's the fact that Crillon and 17 can go on par with a Super Saiyan Blue. I mean, come on, Goku in his base form alone is much more powerful than Crillon. And when Goku went Super Saiyan Blue, which is 50 Super Saiyan Gods, the same form that Goku used against Beerus, and now with a Super Saiyan Blue, which is a 50 times multiplier on top of Super Saiyan God, and Goku fires a Kamehameha at Crillon while he's in Super Saiyan Blue, is absolutely ridiculous. Goku's base form alone would annihilate Crillon, and Super Saiyan Blue is overkill times a trillion billion maybe? If Goku was in his blue form, and he powered down in his blue form, and Goku still held back when he was firing a Kamehameha at Crillon, Goku, without even trying, and even holding back, would go through Krillon's Kamehameha like it wasn't even there, and turn Krillon to dust. Hell, even going Super Saiyan 1 against Crillon would be a death sentence to him, let alone Super Saiyan Blue. So if you ask me, I think Goku should have fought Crillon in his base form, and Goku went Super Saiyan 1, or maybe 2, against Android 18, Krillon's wife. At the very least, when it came to Android 18, you would understand why Goku would go Super Saiyan 1, or 2. So yeah, let's change this. Goku fights Crillon in his base form, and Goku goes Super Saiyan 1 or 2 against Android 18. And when Crillon and 18 teams up against Goku, Goku fights Android 18 and Crillon in his Super Saiyan 2 form. That, in my opinion, would make a lot more sense. Now, let's talk about Android 17. And as many of you may or may not know, I love Android 17. Even when he appeared in Z, I thought he was one of the coolest characters in the series. So I loved him since day one. But even saying that, I find it absolutely ridiculous that Android 17 would be on par with a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Goku. I mean, seriously, where was Android 17 when Beerus or Frieza came to Earth? I mean, seriously, what is he? The god of machines or something? Even though I love Android 17, I don't believe that he should be this powerful. I think Android 17 should be at the very least, Super Saiyan 3 levels. Because to me, that would make more sense. He's been on an island defending animals against poachers for years. And also he's been training and taming the Cell Juniors. So Android 17 has had a lot of training ever since the Cell games. Hell, even in the manga, Goku went Super Saiyan 3 against Android 17. So in the anime, I think Android 17 should be on par with a Super Saiyan 3 Goku, at the very least, but not a Super Saiyan God or a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. And with that said, on to the next one. The next one is something I've been curious about, and this question has been on everybody's mind ever since the Resurrection No F movie and the anime. And my question is this: if Cell was to train for a year or at least 4 months, would he have able to have gone golden? I think this was a big massive missed opportunity, because during the Cell Saga or the Cell games, Cell was showing off his techniques and abilities. He could transform into a Super Saiyan and a Super Saiyan 2. He could regenerate, breathe in space, teleport, the whole shebang. I always had this idea, if Cell went golden and then put his Super Saiyan 1 or Super Saiyan 2 on top of his golden form, Cell would be like 50 times or 100 times more powerful because he put his Super Saiyan 2 form on top of his golden form. But the main question is, can Cell go golden? Just like Frieza, because Cell has Frieza's DNA, and Cell is able to go Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2. And you know what, I wouldn't be surprised if Cell went Super Saiyan 3, if he's able to go Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2. So yeah, if Cell was to come back, I would like to see Cell go golden, and then put on top is Super Saiyan 3 form, if he obtained Super Saiyan 3 and a golden form. So I don't see why not. This is just another one of those questions that the creator of the series, Akira Toriyama, needs to answer. Can Cell go golden? And is Cell able to go Super Saiyan 3? Well, since Cell has gone Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2, I can't see why that he can't go Super Saiyan 3. But again, the main question is, can Cell go golden? That's my question. And with that said, let's move on to the next one. And the next one is going to be my final one for this video. And it is the inconsistencies when it comes to lifting heavy objects. Because I'll tell you now, the lifting feats are so inconsistent that it's absolutely ridiculous. We've seen Goku move a giant rock in Dragon Ball. We've seen Goku lift a city in Dragon Ball GT. We've seen Goku just barely lifting a black hole. In his base form, Goku has done a lot of crazy lifting feats. But the problem is this. There has been things that Goku can't lift, or has struggled to lift. And it's the same with Vegeta. Vegeta in his Super Saiyan 1 form, or was it Super Saiyan 2? Anyways, in the Universe 6 tournament, Vegeta failed to lift a 1,000-ton Vegeta in the anime and in the manga. And this was in his Super Saiyan 1 or Super Saiyan 2 form. But in the Tournament of Power, Goku was able to lift a big massive black hole that was around 8 meters in diameter. And it is said that a marble-sized black hole is as heavy as planet Earth. So just imagine how heavy a 8-meter in diameter black hole is. And if Vegeta is anywhere near as powerful as Goku is in his base form, then Vegeta shouldn't have any problems lifting Vegeta. If you ask me, I think, with the fight with Vegeta and Vegeta, I think they should have changed the rules and have no ring out with Vegeta and Vegeta. It really should have been a knockout match, lying unconscious. So yeah, just have Vegeta beat down Vegeta instead of trying to lift him up and throw him out of the arena. And if you ask me, I think Goku's lifting feat should be of that of the black hole feat. The same with Vegeta. In Vegeta's base form, he can tank a black hole in the Tournament of Power because Vegeta's base form is around the same level as Goku's base form. It's all about power scaling. And we all know how inconsistent that the lifting feats can be. But you know what? We need to start somewhere. So I think Goku and Vegeta in their base forms should be able to lift that pretty black hole. So yeah. So anyways, that's the end of this video. Did you guys like it? Was there anything in the Dragon Ball franchise that you didn't like, or didn't understand, or didn't make sense? Please leave comments in the comment sections below, and I might add them in my next video. I'm Geek Freak. Peace out. Thank you guys for watching. And if there's a series you want me to check out and review and give my thoughts on it, or if there's a top 10 list you want me to do, or any reactions, or responses, or rants on anything geeky, just leave links and comments in the comment sections below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. If you guys want to go and check out my other social medias, I'm on Gab, Discord, BitChute, Tumblr, Dailymotion, Reddit, Subscribestar, Minds, Instagram, Twitch, DeviantArt, Pinterest, My Anime List, and Vidya. And don't forget to check out my Skeptic channel, Gypsy Freak. And my other social medias are down there in the description box below, so if you want to go and check them out, please do. And if you guys want to support this channel, I'm on PayPal, Patreon, and GoFundMe. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you won't miss another video. I'm Geek Freak. Peace out.